In English, we have a saying, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. It pretty much means, hey, we have a new leader, we have a new person in charge, and they are just like the last person, maybe worse. If you like watching the news and improving your English, you have come to the right place. In today's English lesson, we are going to watch a newscast about who might be the next leader of Iran. In that newscast, they are going to use some very difficult language, but don't worry, that's where I come in. After we watch the newscast together, I will come back and teach all of those difficult words. If that sounds useful to you, please go ahead and subscribe. If this is your first time here, like the video and let's watch together.
We've learned the three-day state funeral for Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is now postponed. That's according to Iranian state media. Before the funeral was supposed to start today, senior clerics are still deciding his successor and who will become the country's next supreme leader. There's only been one other transfer of power since the 1979 revolution.
We are going to get serious. So I am going to put on my glasses. And for each of these terms, I will have a picture, I will have the official definition, and I will have a sentence. So the first one is the Ayatollah. I'm not sure if this is what is said around the world in every language, but in English, we say the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah. That is a high-ranking religious leader in Shia Islam. So there are two major sects, we would say, of Islam, Sunni and Shia. The Ayatollah would be the leader of the Shia sect of Islam. Here is a sentence that uses the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah is a very influential figure in the country's government. They also say that Iran is postponing, we'll talk about postpone in a minute, postponing the state funeral. There's just too many bombs being dropped. Let's talk about what a state funeral is. A public ceremony to honor a high-ranking official after they die. And in the picture, you can see what looks like a state funeral. Lots of flags, lots of people dressed in black. That is usually a way to honor the dead. Here's a sentence. Thousands of people gathered in the capital for the president's state funeral. They also talked about postponing, postponed. That is different from canceled. If an event is canceled in English, that means it's not going to happen. Postponed is more like this. Delayed, that means the same thing, or moved to a later time or date. The meeting was postponed until next week because the manager was sick. Stop. Look at this word, landslide. Do you think it means rocks falling down from a mountain? In the news, that is a big no. It means winning an election by a large amount. If you want to read the New York Times or watch CNN or Fox News, you need to know news English, or like I like to call it, headline-ese, like Chinese or Taiwanese. It's a foreign language. It's not like English from a textbook. And the best place to start is my free guide. It's called The 50 Words You Need to Know Before You Read the News. It teaches you the most important words for politics, crimes, elections, and so much more. It's totally free. There is a QR code right up there, or there is a link in the description. Now, back to the English lesson. They used the term clerics. Those are religious leaders or members of the clergy. So something to do with religion and leaders. The Council of Clerics met to discuss the new religious laws. And right now, they are discussing who is going to be Iran's next leader. Might it be the son of the Ayatollah? Who is going to be the successor for the Ayatollah? A successor, that is a person who takes over a job or position from someone else. And here is a sentence. The company is looking for a successor to the retiring CEO. And in the picture, we have some leaders of North Korea. It's interesting to note that people are no longer talking about North Korea. They also aren't talking about Ukraine. We'll talk about Ukraine in a minute. In the newscast, they mentioned the 1979 revolution. At one time, Iran had a leader that we call the Shah of Iran. And it seems that people had way more freedom at the time. The Shah was criticized for maybe being a puppet of the West. In 1979, he was kicked out of office. He was forced to be removed from office. Let's talk about the 1979 revolution of Iran, a major political change in Iran, replacing the monarchy. We'll talk about monarchy in a minute, with a republic. The 1979 revolution completely changed the political landscape of the Middle East.
Joining us now is CBS News Middle East contributor Courtney Keeley. Courtney, thank you so much for your time today. We've heard Ayatollah Khamenei, his son, is the leading choice rather to be the successor. What do we know about his son?
Well, I can tell you that this successorship is not supposed to be hereditary. So that is one issue. But we do know that he worked in his father's office, and he has very close ties to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, as well as the elite Al-Quds unit that actually works outside of the country. So he has really in with the top leadership of the Guard Corps, which keeps this regime in place. So he had been thought of as a successor for several years, and he was sort of sidelined, and now his name is really prominent.
Hereditary is next. Hereditary. That means passed down from parent to child. Like a title, maybe like king, prince, king, prince. The prince becomes the new king, or money. It could also be diseases. If your parents had a certain disease, you might inherit that from your parent. That is the verb we would use. Let's get a sentence. In a monarchy, the power is usually hereditary. Take a look at this next word. It is pronounced core. Yeah, I know there is a P and an S at the end, but it is core. And I think it comes from the French meaning body. Here is the definition for the English term: a group with special skills working together for a specific purpose. He joined the medical corps to help people during the natural disaster. What if somebody is elite? I hope I am an elite English teacher. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's get the definition for elite: the best, most powerful, or highest ranking group in a society. Let's take a look at a sentence. Only elite athletes are invited to compete in the Olympic Games. I'm not sure about you, but just a week ago, I think it was, I was watching the Winter Olympics. I was not thinking too much about war. Here we have an idiom. It was sidelined. It was sidelined. They use that in the newscast, and it means to be pushed to the side or ignored, made less important. His suggestion was sidelined because the team wanted to focus on a project, and you can see he does not look happy. He has some crumpled pieces of paper in front of him, and it looks like the team is talking about something else. What if somebody is described as prominent? That's how you would pronounce that word. Prominent means famous, important, or very easy to see. And in the picture, it looks like we have a lawyer. She is a prominent lawyer who has won many famous cases.
The thing that we don't know, too, is really how religious, or is this almost like dynastic at this point, father to son? Yeah. And what will the Iranian people say? It really shows that, you know, they were saying death to Khamenei just a few days ago, and now they're screaming death to his son. They do not want this kind of regime, and it looks like it's strong, even though they're not even able to meet in public because they'd be risking death.
And when I think of that name, Supreme Leader, it obviously seems like it's a big deal. So there is clearly a lot at stake with this decision. Can you explain the role of the Supreme Leader for us?
The Supreme Leader interprets not only the religion, but the governance of the country.
Okay.
And Khamenei was an adversary of the U.S. There was never really any way to come to true agreement between the U.S. and Iran. And it seems like his son will follow in his footsteps. It's sort of the ultimate, not the voice of God, but kind of representative in terms of that high level, like a pope-like revered cleric, someone where people, they don't just see them as a leader, they see them as a religious figure that helps them be close to God. It's on that level.
Okay, that explains a lot. Courtney Keeley, thank you so much for your time today.
A dynasty, that is a series of rulers or powerful people from the same family. The Ming Dynasty ruled China for nearly 300 years. And I have a trip planned to China this summer. I'm thinking of postponing or delaying until maybe 2027. Part of my trip takes me to Dubai. And right now, that is just not an area I would like to visit because I don't think I can. I don't think there are a lot of flights going in and out of Dubai. Next, we have another idiom. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. That means something that is very important or significant. Here in the picture, we have a woman, and it looks like she has been given a better job. Hopefully, she got more pay. She's been promoted. Here's the sentence. Getting a promotion is a big deal for her career. I think we have another idiom here. There's a lot at stake. What does that mean? A situation where there is a lot to win or lose. And I think anytime you're talking about war, there is a lot at stake. People's lives are at stake. Let's get a sentence. With the economy struggling, there is a lot at stake in this election. And believe it or not, here in the United States, we are having elections. They're called primaries right now. And I'm also developing a course to help you read the news better in English, to help you watch the news better in English. And I just recorded the lesson about elections. If you want more information about that, sign up for that newsletter and I will send it to you. Interprets is the next one. Sometimes I have trouble saying this word, interprets, but that is the correct way. It means to explain the meaning of something or translate it. A judge interprets the law to make a fair decision. Yeah, and here I wanted to mention Ukraine again. There is still a war going on over there. I think most of the world is focused on Iran, and they should be, but let's not forget about our friends in Ukraine. Adversary is next. Adversary, that is an opponent or enemy in a fight or competition. So sometimes you have adversaries in sports, but you can also have it when like more things are at stake, like people's lives. Let's get a sentence. The two countries have been political adversaries for decades. Decades. Do you know that means 10 years? Follow in the footsteps of somebody. They mentioned that in the newscast. That means to do the same thing as someone who came before you. And in the picture, we have a young lady. It looks like she's a doctor, and she is holding a picture of maybe her father. I think it's her father. Let's read the sentence. She decided to follow in her father's footsteps and become a doctor. They said that the Ayatollah was Pope-like. Pope-like. We should probably talk about who the Pope is. He lives in the Vatican City, which is like surrounded by Italy. The Pope, he is the leader of the Roman Catholic Church. The Pope lives in Vatican City and travels the world to meet followers. And hey, guess what? For the first time ever, the Pope, he's an American guy. What if somebody is revered, deeply respected or admired, like almost like godlike, almost almost, but like tons and tons of respect. The late activist is revered for his work in human rights. So late here would mean, do you have any idea? Think. The late activist, it means he or she, no, he, it says his, he has died. He has passed away. That is going to do it. If you want to keep up with all of the English lessons that deal with the war in Iran, they're right down there. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.